Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, all. The moment is here. The World Cup is beginning today. The first game is going to start in a couple of hours. England versus New Zealand, the 2019 final repeat at the world's biggest cricket stadium. I think second biggest stadium in the world after the North Korean one, anywhere, which I'll ignore. So, in all practical purposes, the biggest stadium in the world. Um, Welcome, everyone. My name is Arvind, and we are Hyderabad boys, and I have with me Saurabh.
नमस्ते एवरीवन सौरभ हियर फ्रॉम कोलकाता तो आई थिंक काफी काफी महीनों का ये वेट है शायद लेकिन आई मीन बिफोर वी स्टार्ट आई मीन जस्ट अ वर्ड आई मीन मेरा एक फ्रेंड है वो अहमदाबाद में रहता है और ये पता चल रहा है मुझे pretty shambolic job done by BCCI. I mean we talked about the shambolic job that they have done as far as the entire tickets and the rest of the things. सुनने में आ रहा है कि there is no buzz in Ahmedabad. कोई ओपनिंग सेरेमनी नहीं है आई डोंट नो इफ यू कैन रिकलेक्ट
Wow.
2019 में देयर वाज अ फैंटास्टिक सेरेमनी डन बाय इंग्लैंड और इंग्लैंड में
Ah,
आपको मालूम है कि इंग्लैंड क्रिकेट आई नो इट्स अ प्रीटी बिग स्पोर्ट देयर लेकिन इट्स नॉट द प्राइमरी स्पोर्ट आई मीन
no,
इंडिया
it's
में
not. It's football.
क्रिकेट इज द ओनली थिंग दैट वी बेसिकली हैव cricket is a very good opening ceremony that they had a very different one uh, uh, that they had in 2019. And there is no opening ceremony, although I'm not going to go, do against the opening ceremony. nahi hai, lekin there is hardly
Strange.
any buzz. There's hardly any buzz in Ahmedabad about this. The first man. हो सकता है कि बाद में जाके थोड़ा
I,
pick up करे.
I think India it'll only get picked up in
India
9 days
Pakistan.
from now. And India will play Pakistan.
I
Um,
think India का पहला मैच ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ वो भी हो सकता है.
Actually, wo bhi ho sakta, but that's not in Ahmedabad, right? I'm talking in the Ahmedabad
अहमदाबाद okay.
vibe. Very strange. Considering this is the finals of the last year, so very odd. Although I'm not at all surprised, considering
True.
the state of the intent here is the TV as opposed to the cricket stadium. But well, we can talk about this at the end again. But I thought we'll
Yeah.
quickly give a quick preview of what is really the main two teams, the biggest stadium. It's essentially the last World Cup's final, which
Yeah.
हमें सबको पता है कि I think मेरे हिसाब से it's probably the greatest ODI ever played in definitely in World Cup. Probably the most memorable ODI and many cricket lovers and cricket fans all across the world. Um, Especially for an Indian, it's as a neutral game. This is something they would probably remember for the rest of their life. But different conditions, different tournament now. 4 साल हो गए हैं. Team squad भी बदल गया है. So I thought मैं possible team news आ चुका है. Ben Stokes is probably out. I did put him in slash because like शायद 50% chance हो या 20% chance हो. But it does look like Ben Stokes is out, and it also is pretty confirmed that Kane Williamson is not going to play this game. So I'll just read out the team new. Well, what we think would be the predicted squad. England would be Johnny Bairstow, David Milan. Then you would have Joe Root, Harry Brooks probably at 4, Josh Butler, Liam Livingston, Sam Curran, Chris Wokes, Mark Wood, Adil Rashid, and Reece Stokely. So Chris Wokes tak everyone can bat. That's almost at 9, number 8. 9, 10, 11 is where the ballers are. On the New Zealand side, आपके पास हैं Will Young or Devon Conway probably at the top, Daryl Mitchell, Glenn Phillips, and then Tom Latham covering your middle order, James Neesham, Mitchell Santner covering your 7, 8, 6, 7, sorry. And then the ballers come with Ish Sodi, Matt Henry, Lockie Ferguson, and Trent Bolt. Sort of क्या लगता है जब मैंने ये स्क्वाड पढ़ा है in the order of their probable playing
It's gonna
positions.
be. I think it's gonna be an amazing game. Just by the squad that you just read out, Arvind. Just look at this English side. I think powerhouse of a batting. I think New Zealand के पास वो ऐसा लगता नहीं है कि I think we kind of discussed that during when we did a squad review. ऐसे लगता नहीं है कि powerhouse players
पंच
हैं.
नहीं है बट है पंच.
Punch. लेकिन as a team, it packs a punch. It packs a punch. And same kind of applies for England. England का बस ये है कि you just have one player after the other. Maybe barring David Malan, uh, every or and even Joe Root. हालांकि Joe Root आपने देखा है टेस्ट मैचेस में कैसे खेलते हैं आजकल. Uh, Barring these two players, everyone is going to go for it. I think मुझे लगता नहीं है कि England is going to miss Ben Stokes a lot. Ben Stokes
Yeah,
bowling भी ज्यादा bowling कम करते हैं.
correct.
Likewise for New Zealand as well. New Zealand, I don't really feel they're going to miss Kane Williamson a lot.
Yeah,
हालांकि कभी-कभी मुझे लगता है कि Kane Williamson in these conditions, क्योंकि वो spin थोड़ा अच्छा खेलते हैं, so you might require that sort of a nudgy sort of a player who can nudge around and take the singles and twos. बट मुझे लगता है आज के मैच में कंसिडरिंग इतना बड़ा इवेंट है, मुझे लगता है इट्स गोना बी अ बैटिंग पिच, तो मुझे नहीं
I
लगता
think
है
so.
या ईदर ऑफ द टीम्स आर गोना मिस दोस प्लेयर्स. मुझे लग रहा है बहुत अच्छा गेम होने वाला है. हम गोना वी गोना कम टू दैट, बट इंग्लैंड की टीम थोड़ी सी स्ट्रांग लगती है जस्ट बिकॉज द माइटी बैटिंग दैट दे हैव एंड एवरीवन इज काइंड ऑफ
Yeah.
सुपर एग्रेसिव.
और सौरभ, आई थिंक ये दिख भी रहा था हेड टू हेड. अगर देखा जाए, अगर हम अपने पिछले 5 गेम देखेंगे, 2023 में these guys met just, I mean, as they prepared for the World Cup. इंग्लैंड और न्यूजीलैंड ने खेला, and England won 3 of the 4 games. They were comprehensive victories as well. Sure, I mean, देखिए ठीक है, different country में खेला है, different conditions हैं, but you can say that that gives them the confidence, that gives them the momentum when they play the opponent again. And let's be honest, न्यूजीलैंड का वो जो डिफीट हुआ है वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल, the manner in which they have, it will haunt them. And so the likes of Trent Bolt or Kane Williamson, Haney will probably have that in their minds. Not saying it will impact them. Obviously, they are professional cricketers. The impact to hoga nahi. But England have that psychological edge. And the recent form, अगर देखा जाए, when they won it, and the last game before they met September was the 2019 finals. So England goes into the game with very confident mindset, wherein they could pack the punch and set the World Cup on fire and set their game rolling. I think they want to put a marker into this World Cup by winning, and winning probably well. And I think that's what England will try to do it. We will probably see very confident attacking front foot England. Very similar to baseball in Test cricket. I'm not saying it will be baseball ODI, but I'm predicting England toss jeetega, will bat first and will try to hit, I don't know, 350, 400. That's probably their aim. And
Yeah.
will try to restrict it. I think whoever will bat first, whoever will win the toss will probably bat first. मुझे लगता नहीं है कि ड्यू का कुछ इफेक्ट होगा. Have you heard anything about the toss, the pitch, sorry, or the conditions of Ahmedabad in October?
अक्टूबर में होना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन एक आई डोंट नो अहमदाबाद में है कि नहीं, लेकिन काफी जगह पे बारिश हो रही है.
हाँ, but I think Ahmedabad में बारिश नहीं हो रही है, so I don't
है.
see the dew factor also coming in.
Yeah.
May not be a bigger factor, at least for the opening game. Yeah, so I think my predictions, let's go with the prediction. My prediction is England.
England for me too. England for me too. I mean, आप देखिए यार, जॉनी बैरिस्टो है, हैरी ब्रुक्स, अगर हैरी ब्रुक्स की तरह खेलें, I hope he has a better Indian visit this time than the last time of IPL where he just scored 100 and he was possibly a flop show for the rest of the matches. Liam Livingstone, I think this is all. मेरे को कोई बैटिंग मे बी ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो सकती है, लेकिन बैरिस्टो, ब्रूक्स, बटलर, लिविंगस्टन, दिस इज द क्रैकिंग बैटिंग लाइन.
Yeah, it is cracking. And अगर पिच अच्छा फ्लैट ट्रैक मिला, I think they're gonna get out Ferguson, Bolt, and Henry out. I think Santner and Nish Sodhi could be the trump cards for the first game in the terms of how they wanna this thing. And I think England will wanna rely a little bit more on Adil Rashid here. Liam Livingstone मेरे हिसाब से शायद सेकंड स्पिनर खेलेंगे, तो मुझे लग रहा है कि Livingston, Curran, Vokes, Wood, Rashid Topley will probably share the spells for 50 overs. So I think Sodhi and Sandner. Sandner is more experienced. खेल चुके हैं इस conditions में, and I'm sure अहमदाबाद में भी खेल चुके होंगे when he played an IPL against for Gujarat against Gujarat Lions, so Gujarat Titans. So he's going to be the key for New Zealand. I think how they want to do it. Think that's all we have for today, and I want to end with this. I'm surprised that buzz nahi hai. This is great spectacle. I'm kind of disappointed कि at the biggest stadium in the world, two great teams. I wish we would have had more buzz. I agree with you. मैंने भी कुछ इतना ज़्यादा सुना नहीं है. We're a couple of hours away. मुझे वो लग नहीं रहा कि the World Cup is around here, at least in the TV. But I guess they're looking at the revenues for the India games. Probably
मुझे
that's
लगता
going
है
to be the
कि
focus.
I don't know कि 2019 में फर्स्ट गेम क्या था. I think it was England game, if I remember that right. फर्स्ट गेम इंग्लैंड का था. 2015 वर्ल्ड कप में मुझे याद है शायद, I can be wrong, लेकिन मुझे लगता है वहां पे भी फर्स्ट गेम ऑस्ट्रेलिया का था. I think they must have missed it right, the first game.
And I was looking at a very fun fact. England and New Zealand met in the World Cup opener in 1996 World Cup.
I remember that. I think
and that was in Ahmedabad, Sardar Patel Stadium, the old stadium. So obviously different generation. I think Mike Atherton was the captain, and Nathan Assel, the great Nathan Assel, scored the century there. I don't have the scorecard in front of me, but I believe England lost that one. So this should be an interesting one. 2020 World Cup. All right, that's all I had. Yeah, looking forward for the great spectacle. England New Zealand, cracker of a game. Excited to see that. Let's hope it's as good on paper and it turns out to be as good in real life, but not give a boring.
So just before we conclude, one player to watch out from each of the teams.
Harry Brooks, New England, and Devon Conway.
Yeah, I think not a bad pick. I would have chosen Harry Brooks as well. I think because he would just want to, shut everyone down.
Shut everyone down.
Yeah, Harry Brooks. I think I'll go for Glenn Phillips. Great spectacle. I think Indian fans को देखना चाहिए इनकी fielding को. They must have seen a little bit of him in IPL.
Probably the best fielder in the world. One of the best.
One of the best fielders in the world for sure. So आपको batting नहीं तो fielding में उनका जलवा जरूर दिखेगा. So yeah.
All right. That's all we have. Thank you again. We'll see if we can do more content around daily to शायद मुश्किल होगा, but we'll try and see how we can do more content around next games. Definitely India games to cover करेंगे. But if there are some really exciting games like this one, we will try and see what we can do. So thank you everyone. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe to our channel. Please comment and see what did you think of our World Cup videos so far. And yeah, please share with your friends and family. Thank you again. We will talk again later. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.